Good morning, friends. Myself, Vasu R. I am currently doing my undergraduate program in mechanical engineering at Coimbatore Institute of Technology. In this presentation, I am going to discuss some facts about photochemical milling process. So, in upcoming slides, I am going to tell what is photochemical milling and what are all the steps used in photochemical milling process and what is its working principle and advantages, disadvantages, and applications of photochemical milling process. First of all, what is photochemical milling? We all know machining is of conventional machining process and non-conventional machining process. The major difference between these two is in conventional machining process, physical machine tool is used, but in non-conventional machining process, we are not using any physical machine tool. So the topic which I am going to discuss is also one of the non-conventional machining process. In a photochemical milling process, chemical energy is used to remove the unwanted materials from the workpiece metal. Photochemical milling is also known as photochemical machining or photo etching. It is the modification of chemical milling process. PCM is the process of fabricating high precision metal workpieces using photographically produced masks and etchants to corrosively remove unwanted parts. That is, with the help of photo tool or photo mask that has been designed and produced, and also using chemical etchants, unwanted materials or are removed corrosively from the metal workpieces. In PCM process, metals with thickness less than 0.0025 mm can be machined. With this process, we are able to produce very fine and shallow cavity products. So in PCM process, materials can be removed up to the depth of 12 mm. We are going to see what are all the steps in PCM process. Initially, artwork, drawing or CAD data is produced with the help of a computer and it undergoes photographic processing and it is converted into photo tool. On the other hand, suitable metal is selected and it is cleaned and it is further coated with photoresist material and it is converted into sensitized metal. So combining sensitized metal and photo tool, photoresist processing is done and the help of chemical etchants, etching is done. So the unwanted material that is photo mask it is removed with the help of stripping process and the product is finally inspected, packaged and it is dispatched. These are all the steps in photochemical machining process. Now we are going to see each steps in a detailed manner. Working principle of photochemical milling process. The first step in PCM process is producing photo tool. Initially, the design part of the workpiece is machined and its size is magnified up to 100x to reduce design error and suitable photographic negative is made and its size is also reduced to the size of the design part. The reduced negative of the design is called artwork and the artwork is then transferred into two mylar films which is used to transpose part images on the metal. The second step is metal preparation. Here the disc metal is cleaned and scrubbed in machine with the help of high pressure water and also using mild soap solution to eliminate residual oils and contaminants. So this is the photo mask or photo tool which is produced and the disc metal is cleaned initially. Third step is exposure. The disc which is cleaned is coated with photoresist material and photo mask is placed above the photoresist coating. Now all the three, that is photo mask, photoresist coating and disc are exposed to UV light. So the area which is exposed to UV light gets weaker and the part under the photo mask gets stronger. So the next step is developing. The exposed disc is passed through an developer where an alkaline solution washes away the exposed areas and the photo mask. And the fifth step is etching. So the disc is then passed through an etcher where the exposed bare metal is etched with the help of a suitable etchant spray. And the last step is stripping. The etched disc is placed in a tank full of sodium hydroxide based solution to remove the remaining unwanted photoresist coating. So all the six steps explains the working principle of photochemical machining process. This slide deals about how the chemical etchant is selected to do the etching process. Photochemical machining uses several types of etchants depending on the base metal being etched. So for the corresponding base metal, the etchant is used. For ferrous alloy, ferric chloride etchant solution is used. For non-ferrous alloys, cupric chloride etchant is used. For titanium and zinc and their alloys, copper-based etchant is used. For molybdenum and silver, ferric nitrate etchant is used. For gold and gold alloys, iodine-based etchant is used. Coming to advantages of photochemical machining process, here no physical tool is used, so its tooling cost is low and process can be automated. And photochemical machining is capable of making very small parts, burr-free shapes, and shallow cavities where conventional machining processes are difficult to produce. This process is also effective for blanking fragile workpieces and materials. Unlike other methods, PCM does not cause any deformation to the rest of the material which is not undergone any machining, so the stress developed in the metal is very low. Next, disadvantages of photochemical machining process. Skilled labor is required to perform PCM process. Economical for medium to high production volume. If the production volume increases, then its economical cost also increases. So handling of chemical reagents requires precautions. Special safety considerations are to be done to protect the workers against exposure to both liquid and volatile chemicals. Disposal of chemical byproducts from PCM process is a major drawback. At last, applications of photochemical machining process. Products that are produced by photochemical machining process are widely grouped. Some products are shown here. First one is fine screens, printed circuit cards, electric motor and transformer laminations, flat springs, assorted components for miniaturized systems, fuel cell components, pressure membranes, flexible heating elements, washers, metal gaskets. Let us see the animated video which explains the photochemical machining process in a detailed manner.
The first thing that needs to happen for a part to be chemically etched is for there to be artwork generated. Drawings are taken from computer data and photo plotted onto film, creating areas on the film that are either black or clear. Depending on the type of photoresist being used, either the clear areas or the black areas will be the image of the desired part.
So it is the artwork generation.
Generally, there are two pieces of film created that are aligned precisely front to back. Metal is then selected. Then sheets are cut to match the size of the film created. The metal is then cleaned to remove any residual oils and oxides. It is very important to have clean surfaces on the metal to make sure the resist that will be applied will adhere successfully. The sheets are then coated with the photosensitive resist.
Now the metal is
The
coated
resist
with
is sensitive to
photoresist
UV
coating.
light and resistant to acid. After the resist is applied, the material is then placed between the two pieces of artwork that have been created. The resist-covered sheet is then exposed to UV light to create the desired image on the coated metal.
It is
Generally,
exposed
where
to
the light
ultraviolet
shines
light.
through the clear areas of the film, the resist is exposed and becomes hardened. Where the resist is shielded from the light by the black areas of the film, the resist remains soft. After exposure to the UV light, the sheets are put through a developer where the soft resist is dissolved away and the hardened resist remains. The sheet of material will then have resist remaining in the areas where the material needs to remain, while the rest of the sheet has exposed metal where the material is to be removed. The next step is to have the sheet put through an
The
etching
etching is done
machine,
with the
where
help of
etchant
chemical
is
etchants.
sprayed on both sides of the sheet. Where the etchant comes in contact with exposed material, the metal is dissolved. Where the resist has been applied, the material will be protected from the etchant. When the sheet is finished etching, the remaining resist must be removed. This is done by applying resist
Last
stripper,
in
which
stripping
dissolves
process,
the resist.
the excessive photoresist
The
coating
result
removed.
is the finished etched part.
Thank you for listening my lecture and spending your valuable time.